I was reading the forum post about being smooth when you're doing your flourishes, and I was just kind of thinking that I think people have their views skewed when they think that the difference between smooth flourishes and not smooth flourishes is only whether or not you try and go fast. I just want to say that obviously if you're going fast, it's less likely to be smooth, but the reason is not because of speed, it's because of the way you feel. Like, I really liked John Ramirez's post because he talked about being calm when you do flourishes and whatnot. The thing that I think prevents me from being smooth a lot of times is when I do flourishes, my hands get really tense and tight. If your hands are tight and you got a death grip on the cards, it might make your grip more stable, but you can't move as smoothly when your hands are tense and tight. They don't have that range of motion. It's more rigid. You look robotic. But then when you relax, you can get that smooth flow on. And the second thing I want to talk about is not just, like John was saying, it's perfect what he said, is don't be rigid, like just relax yourself and do the flourish. Something like that. Another thing I want to talk about is don't like over-exaggerate your smoothness. Just because you act smooth doesn't mean you are smooth. Just like you see these people who roll up to wherever in like a Mercedes-Benz or something, they try and act rich, but really there's like no furniture in their house or something. It's just like that. Don't, when you're doing a flourish, try and illustrate this with Mockingbird, don't like overly exaggerate each movement. Like, I mean, sure, it might look smooth, but it also looks kind of like you're forcing it. When you have like, when you're smooth with a flourish, it'll just flow. Like, you don't really have to try and do it. That was kind of a bad example. That was a bad flourish. But I'm not saying I'm the smoothest person in the world. I'm not even saying I'm smooth at all. And one last thing that I've noticed is that I really only get smooth with the flourish after I've been doing it for a long time. Mockingbird and Squeeze, the two cuts that I've been doing here, are two flourishes that I've actually been working at for over a year now. And I feel like only after you get that amount of practice with each flourish is when you're going to start getting smooth with it and whatnot. So what I would say first of all is, obviously smoothness is a factor. You don't just want to be going for speed all the time and whatnot. But also, I just want you to know that it's going to take you a lot of time, and that you have to really focus and, like John is saying, remain calm and whatnot when you're doing the flourish.